There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Right, just follow me. This looks as good a place as any. It's been a hard day. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I would appreciate... your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
This is no good. I can't let myself get distracted. Forget all my troubles here.
Wonder if whatever else is here, anyhow. A fine place to collect my thoughts. Feels eerie.
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty. Preparation is key. I up my training regime.
Want some in a real battle? I'll prove my worth.
This sort of quiet means all is well. This arm is far from comfortable. Whoever's my replacement's in for a boot up the arse.
Are the new recruits battle ready yet?
Preparation is key. I up my training regime.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been, Grace?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee, inform us when you have chambers. If aught were to happen.
scratch on my arm.
Good to see you, Master. Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away.
Where was I headed?
Now there's a hassle I
Suppose
could do
I
without.
could enjoy some idle chit-chat.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
It seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come. This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
Azus. Now there's a name to remember. Mayhap we ought to pay a visit to Trevo Mine and search for the armourer's wares. I can guide you there if you wish.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
This way, if you please. I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same. 'Twould seem the... Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Feels eerie with no one about.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
Now to lie in it.
Wait for the equipment to come in.
First, assess the field, then act accordingly. I don't mind a bit of danger.
Must be vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, or Deez's Arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are Arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
A place to quench one's thirst for knowledge, eh? I'll admit 'tis an intriguing prospect. I'm not sure what to tell you.
I'm nodding where I stand. Soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Almost nodded off for a moment there.
Can't expect to fare so well every day. way forward.
Are you still any more? When does my watch end? Silence. Out of a not to be taken care of.
Mayhap I'll come here when I've a date myself.
I'd soon stay out of that, were it possible. Captain will have my head if I skip another patrol. My sword arm could use some work. I'd soon stay out of that, were it possible.
Well, this is no good.
Naughty and poor ever happens here, anyhow. I'm unsure. Back to it, I suppose. See this piece. Protect it. Such.
This is no good.
Such quietude. I'm bloody starving. I'd sooner stay out of that, were it possible. Want some in a real battle? I'll prove my worth.
Fine place to sit and gather one's thoughts.
Oh, could use a rest. My sword arm could use some work. It is our duty to see this peace protected. Such quietude is a blessing.
now.
Nodded off for a moment there. I'm in fine fettle today. But not at the expense of my rest.
I'm not sure what's best.
Can't wait for the new equipment.
Is this where you've been all this time? 'Tis rather far from where we agreed to meet up.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Oh, to think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around?
Mayhap we ought to pay a visit to Trevo Mine and search for the armourer's wares. I can guide you there if you wish.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Head will roll if horses arrive.
What's life without a bit of fun?
Alas, rain, the herald of misfortune.
Where the Arisen goes, we must follow, no matter the weather.
Toxins approach! We need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
Spell will empower you with elemental magic.
Add fire to that oil, and our enemy shall have himself a roast dinner.
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
I'm only glad to have proven my worth.
'Twill be an honor to serve by your side. Over here, if you would. Follow along at your own pace, Master. I shan't leave you behind.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Arisen, are you all right? The Arisen has been put to sleep. Your decision
It's a bit early to be thanking me. The enemy has remained.
Not bad, though.
finish this, here and now.
All this fuss over a moment's incaution. It shan't happen again. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks. Well, well, that's quite a discovery.
Well done.
Are we leaving already? Oh, but I was just getting warmed up.
An exemplary performance. Our combined might is beyond any foe.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
This should be of use. Here we go again.
I don't suppose begging for a reprieve would get us far with one of this lot's people. No quarrel here.
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
Let us see what you're made of.
You are carrying far too much, Master. Pray lighten your pack, that you might move nimbly again. Pick up every little thing you find, and your pack will soon outweigh you. Well, I know it, yet I cannot seem to resist.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurer's trade. If you are in need, I must serve.
This looks as if 'twould fetch a hefty sum.
Deeper pockets make for shallower troubles, they say.
Goblins, Master! Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your voice low, lest my heart leap from my throat.
Hidden path. I suppose there will be monsters lurking beyond it. I've a feeling 'tis best left untravelled. Am I the only one?
Retreat, then? Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow, and mind the ceiling.
Be sure to keep your wits about you. Of course, it falls to me to do this. Isn't that always the way of things? Can't say I'm thrilled, but I'll get it done. Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
what is generally used as a material?
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. A forgotten rift stone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift. Follow me, then, unless you doubt my sense of direction. Our road was a long one, but here we are at last.
Now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow you.
We've got goblins!
most effective against this foe?
Foremost priority is to douse those flames.
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
So just when almost all of the villagers had arrived as well. Oh, why must these scaly fiends beset us so?
Oi! What are you doing standing about when there's work to be done?
Jonas! This is the good sir I spoke of. The one who called the Saurians for us.
Is that right? Then I expect you to aid us with this mess, stranger. You did it once afore, eh? Only natural you'd help finish the job.
My apologies for the chief's temperament. Yet he speaks truly. We have need of your strength. Pray, cull the beasts as you did before, sir. I dare say you are the only one upon whom we can depend.
More Saurians. Let us deliver them a swift end and ensure the village's safety.
Caution would be wise, but we ought not let it halt us in our course.
The Saurians are no more, I see. That's twice you've come to our rescue. You're more than a friend to Hard Village Soroism. You are a hero. Truly, we cannot...
Here he is! I found our troublemaker!
Jonas! What is the meaning of this?
This blasted beastren went and ventured into Stormwind Cave! How many times have we said none are to tread there? But he just had to poke his nose where it didn't belong. There can be no doubt he's the one who incited the Saurians' attack.
Forgive me. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Trust a beastren to muck things up.
Jonas! Surely there's no need for such talk.
You would say that, wouldn't you? Seems to me beastrens go causing problems, and we humans are lumped with the job of cleaning up after them.
Jonas, please! You're being ridiculous.
There!
I do apologize. It would seem things have turned rather uncomfortable. But we mustn't let this sour your triumph. You came to our aid when we needed it most, and for that, you have our gratitude, sir. I do hope you shall visit us again anon.
A ruder fellow I never met. The village's troubles are far from done, if you ask me.
really now. You mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here. One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
Boredom grinds like
Where the little thinner each passing year.
I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes.
We need only... hone our skills, and in time we shall be indomitable.
Tis no great shock to me. Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
A fighter's defenses are stalwart indeed. Approach with due caution.
We need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
Dare I say it? We trounced
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route. Given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey.
Fret not. I'll make the plane go away. Best to keep still a moment.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the...
Seems there are wolves on the prowl.
Our highest threats are wasting on his
Thank you, sir. I've been meaning to thank you. Here.
Are we ignoring the enemy today? Little does our foe realize how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
It's as you say.
The arisen being torched. Quick, douse the flames!
If no one will do it in my stead, then I suppose I have little choice but to obey. Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Let me get that. This calls for a curative. Really now, what are you doing?
Report a successful hunt.
Not a bad idea.
Pushing on without rest isn't ideal. I'm dead on my feet.
We really ought to take a moment to catch our breath, if we can spare one.
It will take more than that to end
How
me.
dare you?
It's hard to imagine a world without
My red horse. I'm not risking my life. I shan't possess it.
What shall I do today?
Try all I might. I can't get salted.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing. Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance? Aye. Tell is her ties to this figure from the neighboring country have a romantic tint.
You are carrying far too much, Master. Pray lighten your pack, that you might move nimbly again.
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go, then.
I hope you slept well.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Still a while to go before my shift's over. Plenty of gossip to be had here, I'll venture.
Should I get up today? There's a number on my shoulders.
What ought I to do?
There's no
There are
easy
few
thing.
places where they can burn the dark.
Fine, liven up our time-worn routine.
Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught their eye?
And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with. Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated. Gather round. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain...
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the town. I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so... And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his...
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread. A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't.
They say the Sovereign was bathed in the dragon's fell flame. Such as his countenance was, and yet he draws breath. What surer sign could there be that he is our ruler true? I do hope his majesty shall recover soon. Mayhap he'll walk among the people, that we might thank him for his deeds.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't. I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystery. Where ventured a hero off left off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful...
Goblins, Master!
I'll leave it to you.
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
I shan't forget this slight.
Some battles simply
What to
can't.
make of this? What to make of this?
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
We're not to talk during missions, sir.
I've got to focus. Shift only just begun.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
There's no easy thing. Making a living out of solid.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I? Wonderful.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
Well met, sir. Fancy a
Should I get up to today?
Fine wares all.
There's adventure to be had if one only seeks it.
May the heavens shield us from...
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood. Welcome.
Some might find feeling tedious, but not I. All the best tales come from travelers at the inn.
I'm not sure what to do with this.
Welcome.
I get along with everyone.
What you need of me? You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just what you need of me?
Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city. Monsters have gotten bolder of late. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. You could say 'twas an ill twist of fortune. I wonder if building a nice, high wall is out of the question.
Peril on the roads puts a strain on...
Perhaps I ought to ask around.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
Methinks our travels will progress smoothly on this occasion.
We're off to Vernworth Palace, then.
Growling.
I'm not sure what will be up for at this hour. It's a fair price, yet no one's bought it.
Such peace.
Have no fear, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker. This armor's so nice. Anyhow.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Could use some work.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Aye, it happened just yesterday, in fact. Put me in the right spot until the door arrived. Still,
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Nodded off for a moment there.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should...
Lumber on my shoulders. All this quiet makes me itch to cause a stir. It is well tiring being so alert all day long. I'm in fine fettle today.
Too quiet here for my liking. My back's so stiff after a day's patrol.
Here's hoping there'll be
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
What must needs be done?
To each their own, as they say.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
Peruse at your leisure.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place?
don't know what to do.
Someone to talk to.
Am I shedding?
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile.
My prayers will surely be rewarded in the hereafter. I am proud of my devotion, as well I should be. Chaos in the world begins with chaos. What teachings myself people's woes? Wickedness has no hold upon my prayers will surely be rewarded.
The heavens have forsaken us. All is
Isn't there anything to do round here?
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
Where's my dagger?
I can't take it anymore. I don't like it. I want to go home.
The heavens have forsaken us.
Oi, keep your distance.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make me
This place ne'er fails to calm my spirit.
Wickedness has no hold upon a
How
true
time flies when I'm absorbed in my prayers.
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost.
I'm ill at ease. Time to be heading home.
Make it quick. I ain't got all day.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Time to head to market, methinks.
I ought to act a little more cheery. This is my favourite place of all time. I could spend all day here.
Days like this make me singe my feet.
I'm in it now.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Anything better than this. Even the brave.
I don't know what to do.
I'm dead on my feet. But I've much to do yet.
Was I lacking in devotion?
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking, if I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail, Neck. The place is full of unsavory characters. I should know. I was among their...
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
This is a place of prayer.
Places up to this, all the people to.
Was I lacking in devotion?
I need not strive to know the unknowable. Wickedness has no hold against him.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune... Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here, Malcolm his name is. He's a steady lad. This building's very old. It could be that he's... Might I impose on you to...
Let us begin by gathering information.
'Tis as you say.
Someone must have the answers we seek. If we ask around, we might just find them. I can guide you to the place Arisen, or thereabouts.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
I swear it.
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
This is my sort of place, the more the merrier. Got to get home. I can't stay here.
Seems like everyone always wants something.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
This is a place of prayer.
Was I lacking in devotion?
Wished I always into my
Drag
aid.
my arse out of
and
bed.
only had to sleep. The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent... Now, that's not so strange. But guess who? And rightly so. As it turned out to be a young... Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as...
You're wasting your time talking to me.
You fond of those eyes? Keep them to...
I don't know what to do. What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find it. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen.
I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were.
One never can have too many of these.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost.
I must be
Must have taken a wrong turn.
I need not strive to know the unknown.
Suppose you're all right.
The pursuit of betterment is the It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and quiet health.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that.
Shall we report our results? Vaults, eh? Let us inform Sir Kendrick of what we've learned. Methinks I know where to find them.
Best watch yourself.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
The flicker of a shadow, the gleam of an eye, the echo of a footfall. If we hone our senses, no foe shall escape us. How are we to get through this door?
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We're to be guided to our destination. Let's try to follow along.
I suppose 'tis so.
Just what I was hoping for.
Over here. Come look.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It's quite the collection of tomes. I'm sure I'd be seeing stars, were I the scholarly sort.
Right you are.
Hoi! How do you do?
These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they?
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. Pick up every little thing you find, and your pack will soon outweigh you. Well, I know it, yet I cannot seem to resist.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurer's trade. A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
I suppose 'tis so.
prayers are not